Guys, welcome back to episode 26 of the Strong AF Club podcast. As always, I'm your co-host, Nate Craig, joined by...
Asim Fayez.
What happens when the barbell disappears, Asim? Today, we're tearing into how strength shapes identity, culture, and even imagination. From erasing toxic trends to building the ultimate gym, we're asking what strength really means when the weights are gone. Yeah. These are fun ones today, dude. These are good ones. So the first question, Asim, is... if strength training disappeared tomorrow, what new outlet would you personally chase to test yourself?
Oh shit!
These ones blind, by the way. These are going to be some thinkers.
Fuck. Okay, I should have read the questions. All right. So strength is
strength training disappeared tomorrow. The gym essentially disappeared tomorrow.
Well, I'm already training jiu-jitsu all the time.
That's gone.
So that's gone. Fuck.
You have honestly, no jiu-jitsu. You have no strength training. What would be a new outlet?
I'm gonna hit you with 3 ones.
All right.
Does it have to be new? Like something I don't currently do?
You can keep. I'll let you keep one.
All right. I would either snowboard and just hike mountains and snowboard.
Okay.
I have this like closet dream of like split boarding up a mountain, like throwing some skins on the board and hiking up it, and then getting to a summit, and then putting the board back together and just riding down.
What is a split board?
So a split board essentially is a snowboard that has a seam down the middle that you can unbuckle, and it turns into skis. And you put these things called skins on the bottom that create traction so you can walk up a mountain. So essentially, you just hike your way up in kind of like a zigzag kind of formation. And then when you get to the top, you put the board back together, the bindings come up, and then lock the board in place. And then you just ride down like a snowboard.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. That also sounds like the ankle snapper 2000.
Yeah. So that's a closet dream of mine.
Okay.
I would probably try to learn how to swim for the first time so I can go snorkeling with like wildlife. Because when I did snorkel with sharks a year or 2 ago, although I thought I was going to fucking die, that was so much fun.
Did it just make you feel alive?
Oh my God, yes. And then the one actually that I might try this weekend is rock climbing.
Have you ever done that before?
I mean, like some bullshit rec center stuff, but nothing like legit. So I want to go try it. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun.
You haven't been to like an actual rock climbing gym?
No, I've been inside. I just never actually did it. So
all 3 of those things are kind of
physical.
They're physical and they're things that make you feel alive. When you're clanging onto something and you're 20 feet up on a rock wall, that's the kind of thing that makes you feel alive. When you're swimming with sharks, that makes you feel alive, and there's a bit of an adrenaline rush. Summiting a mountain and then plummeting down is also a bit of an adrenaline.
There's a common denominator for sure. And like jiu-jitsu and lifting don't do it for me like that anymore. But like jiu-jitsu, there's something about like mid-scramble when you're in like just a good scramble, and there's something about that interaction where it's just fun. And there's the amount of sweat and exhaustion you get at the end of it. It's a drug in that sense. And then lifting, obviously, like lifting heavy, hitting PRs, and just doing fun movements. But if I couldn't do those anymore, I mean, rock climbing is like jiu-jitsu against the wall, right? You're using your whole body and applying physics to then conquer a wall. Snowboard, I've been doing that since I was 10. So that's in my DNA. So if I could, I would just send it on a mountain. I try to every winter. But yeah, snowboarding's up there. And then the water one is big because like I've snorkeled only twice in my life. Once was Miami. No, not Miami, sorry. Hawaii. It was like Maui. And between Maui and Lanai, it was 2019, 2020 maybe. And we went snorkeling. And we were snorkeling in the waters where the whales were breaching during whale season. So that was just wild. And then last year we went to the Bahamas and swam with reef sharks, and I can't fucking swim. So I have a life vest on, a belly band, and like 2 pool noodles. And I'm being towed behind this
There's freaking like 100 sharks.
Yeah, and I'm being towed behind this fucking boat with in the Bermuda Triangle. I didn't know they were there to be fed. That's why all the sharks congregate there, because that's where the ships come and feed them for the shark sighting. And they're like, yeah, jump in the water. Yeah, that was fucking retarded.
Dude, it sounded like they were using you as like bait.
For sure. They're like, brown man can't swim. And I had pink shorts, so I was like, yes.
I like, dude, that you, all jokes aside, I like that you practice what you preach, because this is your career. This gym, the strength training, all that stuff, it is your career. And you were able, at the drop of a hat, to name 3 things. Boom. Yeah. Oh, you took away my entire life? No problem. Boom. Here's my stuff. And that goes into, there's a big difference, and you've said it in previous episodes, between you being coach Asim or Asim that's the coach, and not letting it wholly define you as a person.
100%, man. I got stuck in the trap, and I'd say the micro trap of that was living to lift. Everything in my day was catered to training. And there's going to be a little bit of argument right now that it is to that degree again, whereas most of my day is shaped around my training.
Yeah.
But it's not dependent on my training. Whereas before it was like everything I did was just like intermission, and I just couldn't wait for the next training session for that day. And just every time I would have to take a rest between sessions, I'd just sit there and just wait. And that was no way to live. So for me, how I look at it is like, well, strength training, you lift to live. So if I did everything in here correctly and the mats is just a fun way to express it, then I'm just picking things where I can express the strength and the ability I've already developed. So if you were to do like a Thanos snap where all gyms disappeared, I would just find another physical outlet to express the abilities I've already developed. Like, fuck, maybe try capoeira. That's another one I thought about.
Oh, what?
Capoeira.
What is that? Is that the
It's like dance fight. It's like break dancing and
I've
whatnot. It's
seen
like Brazilian.
that. Have you heard of Nagin? The
No,
Brazilian breakdancer. He did the Red Bull BC one, which is like one of the biggest Red Bull breakdance competitions. This guy is just a beat. I'll show you him after the podcast, but he's like an expert in that.
Dude, I went to Barcelona many, many years ago, and when we got to the beach, the first thing I saw was people doing capoeira on the beach, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool as fuck." Obviously, it's not from there, but it was just cool to see people do that. And I just found out one of our homies and clients, Knock, he does capoeira.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, shout out Knock upon. But I was like, oh fuck, maybe I'll go try some capoeira. The issue is like I'm trying not to add things in my day that added friction, so it just depends on like commute, because I know me and I'm naturally lazy. If I add things in my day that cause friction or require that have friction between me and obtaining it or doing the thing, it's just not gonna last.
Right.
So my whole day is shaped around just making my day easy.
Dang, dude. Yeah, some good answers there.
Okay.
Shout out, Knock. I can just imagine you. Where did you say you were when you saw it?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. You're like, why are these guys fighting so
Actually,
beautifully?
Yeah, I saw them. They're like kicking in, like
So fluid.
They're like dodging the kicks and like it looked like they're breaking. I was like, what is happening? They had these white long pants in the middle of summer. I'm like, what's happening? And then I realized, oh fuck, that's capoeira. And then immediately intrigued.
Yeah.
It's just I've been solely focused on like two things for many years. So maybe one day.
I feel that. Hey, it's always about removing that friction. We've talked about that in a couple episodes. Ooh, this is a good. The next one is, why do so many people think fitness is separate from art, creativity, or spirituality? I personally don't think that it is separate. And one way that fitness is art is look at bodybuilding. It's truly sculpting one's body, and I do think that is an art form.
Wow.
Saying, oh, like you even looked at me and you're like, oh, Nate, your quads have gotten better, but you have 0 hamstrings, so let's start attacking that. And your shoulders are decent, but you have no rear delts, so let's attack that. And I do think it's an art. So in that aspect, I can 100% see it. Creativities, there's always, it's the same as like development with code. I feel like there's 100 different ways to code one thing. Just as there's 100 different workouts you could do to yield the same kind of result. So in terms of creativity and art, I can 100% see it. And then in terms of spirituality, I think when you push yourself to full exhaustion or to your physical limits and stuff like that, I think that does. You can have some spiritual moments and, hitting PRs and stuff like that.
Like, oh, God, please don't let my spine snap under this. But
Yeah.
no, I agree, man. I think the first one of that was art. So, yes, I'd say, because you think about it with art, right? When you're drawing, painting, whatever, you're taking something that you see in your head and you're making it with your hands, usually, in real life. So, yes, lifting and fitness could be considered the same thing because you have an imagination of what you want your physique to look like. Within reason, you're not going to look like Omni-Man, right? But you have an image of what you want to do with your physique. You have an idea, this creative idea in your head. And then with your hands and your body, you go create the thing and you hammer at it like a mason on stone every single day. You have the cold slab of steel, the concrete or rock, and they're just chipping away at it every single day. And that's how it is. It's not like warm clay where you just shape it right now and good to go. You got to chip away at it slowly over time. But just as much as a mason, right? There's a masonry. Is that what that is?
Yeah, like a stone mason.
Like a stone mason. That's a form of art. So would bodybuilding, and so would building a physique and fitness, because you see something in your head and then you're trying to create it in real life. That's still art. It just, instead of looking like a paintbrush on a piece of paper, it's your body is the canvas and the barbell is the paintbrush.
Yeah. No, exactly to your point. I think to kind of answer that question, why do so many people separate fitness from those three is just people look at stuff as surface level.
And not only that, I think they look at it as a means to an end. They don't look at lifting or fitness or jiu-jitsu or any of the activities that they do as tools to explore their body and be creative and expression. They look at it as a means to an end to just obtain something. I have to lift because it's good for me. I should lift because it's good for me. So they just kind of come in and just go from point A to point B with the movements, and they just kind of get the reps in. And those who think like on the mats for them to get better, they should just show up. And I fucking hate that saying, just show up, because that's a cop-out answer. You can show up every single day and still fucking suck if you're not intentful.
True.
Right? So it's like you come in there and just do what you want, you're not going to get better. You come in there and do what you need, you're going to get better. And showing up then matters. So I say, I think the reason people can't make that correlation is a lot of people look at what they're doing physically as a means to an end and as a burden. And because of that viewpoint, their intent behind it isn't strong. They don't approach it like it's as if it's its own event. Like when I walk into a workout, I zone in, and it's like a out of body experience where I'm in the muscle and I'm thinking about what I'm doing and what I'm feeling and all that stuff. It's like, dude, you can light a fire next to me, I wouldn't notice. Like almost every workout, I'm just completely locked. And then jiu-jitsu, same thing. Turn my brain off, I'm just purely in the physical. And it's like, but it's an art. It's a form of expression, right? It's just dance fighting in my mind. But I think people disassociate that, and they look at, instead of jiu-jitsu as the art of jiu-jitsu, they just say, jiu-jitsu, get the belt, self-defense. So it's a means of an end to get to a belt or self-defense capability. So you don't really appreciate and be present in the moment of each session. Same thing with lifting. I feel like people aren't present with each session. I think they are, like you said, superficial, and they look at it as a means to an end. It's a burden.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Spirituality, I can't tie that one in. I mean, unless you're like under some crazy load and you're like, oh, fucking God,
pray
please.
to the barbell gods. Yeah, that one might
Jesus,
be a
take the
stretch.
bar.
No, Loki, I could see it. I'll defend that one.
Yeah.
Straight up. I've had some spiritual moments in the gym. But let's just jump to the next one, Asim. Question number 3. How has being strong changed how people treat you in your normal life? Or have they?
Man, that's a tough one. I would say it's tough, man, because like I definitely am. Because like there's a difference between being strong and looking strong, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm a 300-pound behemoth, but like even when I was at 208, 5'8", 208, like it's like sure he lifts.
Yeah.
But I'd say like people who see me lift, that definitely is where you can see like a little bit of a difference in how people talk to you. It's more of like I don't say authoritative figure space, because I do own the gym, so that I think plays more of a role into it. But I think it almost like affirms that like, oh, he actually does the thing he says he does. So I think it just breeds more confidence when people ask me questions and come up to me, because they see that I can demonstrate everything that I coach.
I'll back you up on that because, like when I saw you deadlift, I think it was 600, 605 or something like that. It was up there. I was like, and he was like, you were like my weight at the time. I'm like, oh, holy crap. This guy does know what he's doing. My goodness.
So that, I think that helps like in the workspace. Strength on the mats is funny. I would say 2 things. One, it kind of like reaffirms what we do, like as a company and as a business. People feeling the physicality and the muscular endurance, so they can see and feel the strength, but they can also see that it just doesn't get tired. I think is a huge one. It's a good marketing tool.
True.
So I think that helps there. But I'd say early on, especially early on when I was a lot bigger, it was funny because strength was almost used as a cop-out, because instead of being like, dude, good roll, it was like, man, you're really strong. I almost took that as like
me down the whole time.
I took that as like a backhanded compliment. It's like, man, you're really strong.
Yeah.
But out and about, I don't think it necessarily transpires that way, because people can't really just like look at someone and be like, oh, they're definitely strong. But I have had people say, you look strong, just because it's the leg development and the back development. Like there's certain muscles like your neck, your back, and your legs
that just make you look.
You can't develop unless you lift heavy shit. Like you're not gonna have thicker erectors, a thicker neck, traps, and big hamstrings and quads unless you're moving heavy shit. Now you can have a chest and big upper arms, but if your forearms are small and you have big upper arms, it's probably because you didn't hold on to anything heavy. Like, you
Interesting.
can't really I can't see a world where someone has small forearms and deadlifts a lot of weight or does a lot of heavy weighted chin ups and stuff like that.
That's true. That that's why there's the term sleeper builds. You cannot always tell. I can tell you firsthand. You cannot always tell who's strong and not, and that's for sure. But
yeah, I mean, I remember I was at a gym and someone asked me like, "How'd you get your forearms developed the way I had them?" And I was like, "I just hold heavy shit all the time." Like I didn't have like a scientific answer because I don't train them directly. It was just hold heavy shit, and then in jiu-jitsu, hold on to people. Like you're just
I
holding
need you
on
to
to
hold that guy and don't let go. I think kind of, even if people aren't treating you differently or whatever, as you've kind of gained strength over time. For me, I don't own a gym. I'm here, but I'm not a coach. But I had developed a level of strength that I didn't think I was going to get over the course of the past year. And for me, it's not how people treat me that's different. It's almost how I carry myself.
Oh, for sure.
And
there's an air of confidence.
it does instill a sense of confidence. And I think there's this whole law of attraction and all this crap. But I do think, if you carry yourself well and you're presentable and you're confident in yourself, people will be able to kind of tell that. And it can command a sense of respect.
100%. I do definitely think it transpires in how you carry yourself. Because it's like, also like when you go just do activities and stuff, I'm never afraid outside of swimming. I'm never afraid that like physically I can't do something.
True.
Like I've yet to go to a physical thing and be like, my body is what's going to hold me back. Like it's the skill that's going to hold me back, not the attribute. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like for rock climbing, for example, like the skill of that and the fine tuning. Okay,
yeah, for sure. But from a strength and like weight, body weight, and like all that stuff, like that's not gonna be an issue.
Right.
But as far as like, am I gonna be a good rock climber? Fuck no. But
you never know.
Maybe, who knows? But like, I think the strength also gives you confidence in approaching new things in life that are physical, that you want to go try, hiking, things like that. Like, yeah, I've never been in a situation where my physical capability was a concern. It was always skill, like my inability to swim.
Dude, that's the beauty of our industry. It can translate, if we do our job here, it can translate to any other field. We're working with all these grapplers.
Look at Marie. That's the perfect example.
Yes.
She's literally living a third lifetime she's lived 2 lifetimes in the last 10 years here. And it's like everything from hiking to the races to national records and state records in the deadlift to cliff jumping with us when we were doing cliff jumping on bridges and waterfalls. And it's just all this. She's in her 60s.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But she does more adventurous shit now than most people do in their 20s.
She's braver than my ass. I'm not skydiving.
Skydiving
You
and all
cannot
that
get me
stuff.
on a plane. Nope.
She's done it all. Kayak, everything. And it's like she's organizing that race now in Florida in like a couple months. And it's like, yeah, dude. Like because of strength, she's living whole another lifetime that most people her age, 2/3 of her age, are already starting to think about retirement.
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking about retirement or are retired by that point. She's living a whole new lifetime. That's crazy.
It's badass.
Yeah, I think strength's a gift, and strength will never be a weakness.
Yeah, I think so too. Well said. Next question. If you could erase one entire trend or movement in modern fitness culture, what would you wipe from the history books?
Fuck.
You can pick 2. If there is one. I'm trying to think as well.
Just to be a troll, I want to say CrossFit, but I think CrossFit did more good than harm. Because CrossFit did more good than harm for 2 reasons, I would say.
Community building.
Okay, three things good for more than good for. It did 3 good things. First one is community, for sure. I think it created an environment for a lot of people to explore barbell movements like the Olympic lifts that we would have never seen here on the Western side.
Okay.
More Olympic weightlifting started happening after CrossFit was introduced. No one did weightlifting here. Everyone just lifted. Everyone just bodybuilded or powerlifted or anything like that. But no one did clean and jerks and snatches here on the Western side. It was the U.S. we were not known for our Olympic team for that. So I'd say CrossFit did a really good job there. And another thing that CrossFit did a good job of is making it really easy for businesses like us to look really good. Small
Thanks,
jab.
CrossFit.
Small jab. But no, let me think. What would I wipe out?
You're just wiping out whole freaking industries. That's not
bro,
even a trend, bro. That's just CrossFit.
I might roast them, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. What would I wipe?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
I'm gonna start with diet because that's probably the route I want to go with first. Um,
I have a quick one. Can I just jump in right
please,
now?
please.
I would wipe people in their teens blasting gear. There
Yes.
is just a trend.
I didn't
of,
even think about that.
Dude,
Yes.
there's just I'm thinking when I think trends or anything like that, I'm thinking TikTok, I'm thinking Instagram Reels. I swear to God, every other teenager is trying to get their hands on gear or something. It's like, dude, your testosterone or whatever, or if you're a female, you know, at this stage, that young stage in your life, you don't need that yet.
Especially when you got a 20-year-old saying he's hit his physical peak. It's like
Cap.
your muscles you haven't even fully matured yet.
Yeah.
You don't even have graininess in your muscles yet because they just haven't been in the weight room long enough. That's the thing is like people think they have muscle, like they've reached their physical potential in less than 10 years of training. Like 10 years of consistent training and you're more than likely not going to hit your physical peak. 10 years of fucking training, your muscles haven't been under enough time and attention to truly be at your physical peak. Is that scientifically proven? No, but find me someone that breaks that law, and then I will agree with you. I have never seen someone who, with under 10 years of training, has hit their physical peak. And it was like, okay, I can't make progress somehow, and now must go and do drugs. Now, if you want to do it because that's your prerogative, cool, but don't say it's because you're fucking hit your genetic peak, because at 22 years old, bro, you haven't fully developed.
I think that's facts. I'm sorry to interrupt. And it's just like in today's day and age, people have I think it's 8-second is the average attention span when it comes to posts and stuff like that. And I think that immediate gratification is translating to other aspects of life. So if you're into fitness and whatnot, why not put this needle in your butt and not have to wait 10 years to get some of those results? And that's just so appealing to people.
100%, man.
It's
we want reward now, and how you do some things, how you do most things. And if you spend most of your day thriving on short dopamine hits, then you're gonna try to look for it anywhere you can get it, and that also means in the mirror. So I think a lot of people are gonna be trying to hunt for short dopamine hits in the mirror by cutting corners and doing things before. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, the shit works. It wouldn't be rampant if it didn't.
Yeah.
But it's like, without proper medical guidance and or base level development, not just like physically, but like hormonally, right? As like a human growing, like you could do some damage. And the thing about, and I don't want to get into the subject too much on air.
Yeah, by the way, I do want to say for anybody blasting gear and stuff like that, we love you, don't hurt me, and we respect you. But at the same time, I'm talking about erasing it for the younger
100%.
kids.
Like I'm most definitely not against it.
No.
But I think people aren't educated when they do it. And I think people really underestimate how much genetics plays a factor. If you got shitty genetics, it's going to fuck with you. How do you know if you have shitty genetics?
Yeah.
You get acne pretty easily as an adult. If you're in your 20s and you get face acne or body acne pretty easily, and it's not because you didn't shower for a couple of days, guess what's going to happen when you get on TRT or when you get on testosterone?
Level 2 acne.
It's going to be fucking terrible. If you're someone who already has soft nips, guess what happens when you get on drugs?
You got that Charmin soft nips.
And if you already got thinning hair, all you're doing is hitting the fucking fast food. Exactly. Exactly. So it's like people really underestimate how much their genetics plays a factor. And a lot of times when people are searching for this shit early on, it's probably because their genetics sucked in the first place. Those are the ones who are going to get into the most damage and most trouble. One of the best physiques I've ever seen naturally, my homie Aaron Clark, that used to lift with us back at Export like many years ago. Guy went pro, but looked better than most people on gear.
Pro what?
Bodybuilding.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
competed with Arnold and everything. But like he looked better than most people did naturally when he was 20 years old. He looked better at 20 years old than most people will their entire lifetime on gear. He just superior genetics. And then if he decided he wanted to, obviously things are going to change. But that's someone who I'd say is a better candidate to blast if they wanted to. Now, am I saying is the sauce bad for you? That's a question for your doctor. What I'm saying is fucking kids need to be careful, man.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the dude on Reddit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would wipe. Peace to that trend, guys.
Yeah,
and if you want to know more about steroids and all that kind of fun stuff, we did a previous episode. I think it was like episode single digits somewhere.
It's like in the first 10.
It's back out of this one, scroll back, and then pop back in later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you'd erase while we're at it? Just getting rid of all the bad stuff?
I would get rid of that bulletproof diet. Where it was like MCT oil and like ghee coffee and all this stuff. All I saw was people just have a bunch of fucking diarrhea.
I've had the bulletproof coffee, except I did coffee with like it's like a tablespoon of butter in it or something.
Dude, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah,
on
if you
air
lose weight, it's because you shat your fucking colon out. like you're not.
What is the logic behind that?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to like misquote it, but I'm pretty sure he like saw some Mongolians and was like, "This is a good idea," and then fucking took it, and he's like, "It's gonna make you live longer." It's like
It's actually
you literally have no scientific evidence proving that someone has lived longer doing this thing. I have not seen it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't read, but that's some bullshit.
we're practicing our words.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, now that we got those trends out of the way, let's jump into this last one. If you had
Jazzercise.
Jazzercise
And jawzercise. I would get rid of that.
The hell's jawzercise?
The jaw workout where it's like a little like rubber sponge you just chew on to build your jawline.
Is that real? Does that work?
I don't think so. And maybe it does, but like you either got it or you don't.
I've thought about, dude, when we were kind of compiling the stuff for the episode today, I thought about giving us a challenge each week. And just at the end of the episode, we report back on how it went. We should do the jaw shit for 1 week.
Fucking chew on a rubber sponge for... And come back with TMJ.
All right, we're gonna skip that one. We might, if you guys want us to start doing challenges or something like that, let us know.
Yeah,
that one actually that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that one would be. Yeah, man.
But no, if you had unlimited money to build the perfect gym, what 3 features would be absolutely non-negotiable?
Showers.
Really?
Without even question. Showers.
Really?
Yeah, man. Get a shower in there.
Why?
Because, man, if you're trying to get people working out and you want people to come, like, people want to come before, like, I'm assuming rebuilding a gym like this, but, like, with unlimited money.
Yeah, you could literally, you have
a business.
$1 billion. Yeah, it's a business.
If it's a business, a shower, because showers with an S, because people will now be able to come before work and after work and get a quick shower and go to work. Sometimes people plan their gym workouts around whether or not they can get to a shower because no one wants to come at a lunch break.
That's true.
Get sweaty and then go back to a meeting, come before work, work out, get sweaty. So a lot of people who come in the morning because we don't have showers here will have those people either telework or they have showers at their job. So that's the majority of the morning crowd. So if we had showers here, that opens up to even more people and more potential. So I'd say just from a volume standpoint and accessibility, showers.
Interesting. We should just hose them down.
For sure. I'd say
that's a good one.
Yeah,
What
I'd say
else?
equipment-wise, most gyms are going to have the standard stuff, so I'm not going to name like squat racks and shit because that's probably a given in a gym. I'd say non-negotiable would probably be, going forward if I were to do it again, a sauna.
Really?
Yeah. It's such a selling point for whatever reason. I've seen people like keep ridiculous gym membership costs at other
there's a
gyms
sauna.
just because it's a sauna.
I mean,
now that my building that I just moved into has a sauna,
do you see why?
it's kind of nice.
Is it like the kind with the rocks where you put the water on top, or just
I
like
ain't all fancy like that, but I think someone does do that. But what I will say is after practice, I go there, let Thor use the bathroom, and I just walk into the sauna and sit there for like 15 minutes. It's fucking sick.
I bet you just melt
Oh
after
my
working
God.
that
My body
hard.
feels so good afterwards, and I sleep pretty well after.
Okay, so some showers, sauna / steam room kind of thing. That's more of just a dry business, it sounds like.
And then I would say, ooh, this one's tough. Last one is going to be tough.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm trying to stay away from equipment because I feel like that's just like standard-ish. I feel like you can get a lot done with almost any kind of equipment. But I'd say floor space. More floor space for people to do things.
Okay.
There's just, I mean, having enough space for people to kind of spread out and just feel comfortable. There's just something about that. Like, especially with this place, like when it's like kind of quieter, like between like the peak hours, and it's just quieter. I can
it's like heaven.
Kick my shoes off and kind of just stretch out on the floor and whatnot, and then I can put the barbell wherever I want and train. I have like this whole fucking facility to work out in. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, and that was originally one of the reasons that I started coming here was because it felt like, I don't even know, like a
your
like
garage,
a little,
like your house.
yeah, it's like a hole in the wall, such a cool little gym that people haven't discovered yet, and it felt like what's the word I'm looking for? Not elite, but like
Exclusive.
Yes, exclusive. Thank you. Yeah, it felt like exclusive, which was really cool. But to your point, there's a big deterrent for a lot of people coming to the gym. Hey, 50% of people are probably introverts, and people don't want to see people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so I'd say space. because one of the reasons I'm blessed to have a gym, and I'm constantly, I literally said this on the phone to someone earlier this week, like that is exactly why I built, one of the reasons I built a gym is I fucking hated waiting for equipment, and I hated waiting for space. Like trying to like put all your stuff in one spot and trying to just navigate the floor because it's busy. I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
So I would say a bigger spot. So just more floor space, not occupied with more shit, but just have more open floor space for people to do what they need to do. Get stretched, they do a stretch, maybe do a group class, whatever. Sauna, it's a big selling point, dude. It actually feels really good, and it's a differentiator between gyms for sure. And because we deal with so many fighters, especially grapplers who are always doing weight cuts, it's so useful just to have one on hand.
True.
To help us with the weight cut journey. And then showers, man, because after training and whatnot, like it'd be so sick to have a shower here if I went, because I literally walk a building or two over to
You would never leave
and I
here.
walk right back, and I would just shower. I literally only drive home to shower. If I had a shower here, I would just never go home. Because I would just walk over there,
can't
train
build
jiu-jitsu.
showers.
I would go home just to do laundry.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty much. And it's like I go there, train, come back, shower, train more people, work out, go back, train, shower. And like it just, that would be my life.
You know, it's interesting. I was thinking that you were going to kind of go the equipment route or something like that. Or maybe like a, I don't know, like a juice bar or some crap or something like that.
I thought about a cafe.
but the
that did go through my head. Because I want
the
people
Strong AF meal plan club. Oh, dude.
No, because the reason, dude, I had this image when we first built this spot, and I thought about it. I was like, maybe we'll do it when we expand soon.
Yeah.
But
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Because I wanted to build a second floor, and what I wanted to do was make like a cafe with the couches and like a lounge spot for people to telework. Because one of the things that was assigned to me that we're doing really well here wasn't the clientele and the numbers. Obviously, that's good.
Yeah.
But to me, I wanted a community and a culture. And what was assigned for me early on, especially, that we did it right, was how many people come here middle of the day to either hang out or telework.
That's facts.
Dude, people will just come and sit their laptop here and hang out either over there, here. They post up on the reverse hyper over there, put their laptops, telework, and just get a quick lift in, hang out, etc. And then, I'm just coming to chill, shoot the shit, and then they leave. And it's like, the fact that people come into a gym to just shoot the shit, hang out, and kind of spend time telework, and then they leave, it's pretty freaking dope.
Yeah, dude. And chucking a couch and like an Asim juice or whatever the hell we call it from the bar up there, that would be sweet.
Steroids.
No.
A creatine fountain.
Oh, dude, now you got me all hyped for the future.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, I'll show you when we step out
Shower's
of the room.
huge. That one sounds
Shower's
like
big
number
one,
one.
Yeah, because it'll make all of our lives easier. Think about how like fucking hot we get in here doing this, right? All the computer and all the tech in here. It'd be nice to just like get a quick rinse. Yeah, man. That the lounge one. If you added a fourth one in there, I'd say the lounge, just because it's like, I think that's a good indicator of culture. Is if people want to hang out at the place. That's community right there.
That's facts.
Yeah, you can work out anywhere, but can you have a community everywhere? No. So I think just having a gym is one thing. But having a spot where people want to actually hang out, like we do the game nights here, stuff like that. Sometimes after practice, we'll kick the door open, put the tables outside, and we'll just hang out there, get a drink after like an open mat. Like that to me is a sign that we've been doing this shit good.
That's facts. And by the way, guys, something I don't know the exact stat. Somewhere like 70% of the people that listen to this podcast and that are even members of our gym do not live in the same state. They're all over the world, and we have still those community aspects. Our Discord, there's like 400 plus people in it now.
Yeah,
It's
it's grown quick since we made that push, and we only started the beginning of this year. Not even.
Dude, it was not even the beginning. Holy cow!
Yeah, it hasn't even been a year of Discord, because we had like, I think we had like a mini version of it like in the winter, but like I'm trying to think when Noah made the thing for us. It would had to have been.
I feel like it was like 6 months ago, something like that, maybe.
Somewhere
like that. Time's just been flying.
Whenever all the DMA boys joined over, because Noah's the one who helped us. Shout out Noah.
Shout out Noah. Love you, bud.
Yeah.
Well, Asim, on that note, by the way, guys, go to novabarbellclub.com. There's a little Discord icon on there. Click that bad boy and join the Discord if you haven't already. We're posting tons of stuff on there.
And our seminar, free lifting seminar that we taught a few months ago is on there. You can only see it on the Discord. And then our YouTube channel, novabarbellclub.com, Apple Music and Spotify, whatever platform the Strong AF Club.
Yep.
Look out for the rash guards that are coming up. I got to show you the designs. They came in today. They look
Guys,
sick.
we got gear coming. There's some patent. Am I allowed to say?
Yeah, send it.
Guys, we're finally getting around to making Strong AF Club gear for the podcast and whatnot. Some rash guards, some other stuff. I won't spoil, but we are super excited, and we got merch finally.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick, man, and it's merch that you can actually use.
Oh, functional merch.
Yeah.
We should make shirts or something with like quotes if there's like ever something funny in the podcast that pops up.
Oh fuck yeah. Maybe take a poll on what a memorable quote. Those one-liners.
Ooh, we like that, guys. Well, anywho, that's all the questions we got for y'all today. But, Asim, appreciate it. Guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Talk to you on the next one.
Peace.